Welcome to Stopgap's home practice. This is a short session called Interdimensional Space Dance.
Short clips from this season of home practice. Our disabled and non-disabled teachers dance and deliver their sessions in a brightly lit studio with a wooden floor. Pastel-coloured geometric shapes glide across to reveal text inside the outline of a house. Home practice.
Welcome, I'm Amy. I am wearing all dark clothes, I'm a standing dancer, and I have a big smile usually on my face. I'm in quite a clear space, but behind me there are a few yoga mats, a plant, and a picture. In this session, we are going to work with the 3 planes of space: sagittal, horizontal, and vertical. And we're going to make this accessible through using imagery and then exploring them physically, before we then build a sequence using these planes of space and then also moving like air. Because we're going to move like air, I wholeheartedly recommend you take Tom's seed, Move Like Air, where he works with these images in much more detail and also with beautiful visual aids. So we're going to start. We're going to begin with the sagittal plane. So now you will see a graphic line come onto your screen, which is drawing a line splitting me in half, right to left. So through the center line of my body with one eye on either side, down through the center of my nose, in between my breasts, down through the center line of my stomach, down along my pubic bone, and in between my legs. So splitting me in half, right to left. This is the sagittal line. If I was to move my spine on the sagittal plane, I would flex and extend, so arch and curve. So let's just try that. You can make this really small, but this arch and curve, flexion, extension is moving the spine on a sagittal plane. There are 4 directions to the sagittal plane, front and back. So let's just try a little bit of movement front and back. You can move your base, you can move your arms, you can move your spine, your chest, your head, front and back, front and back. That's 2 of the directions. And then the other 2 directions are up and down. So again, let's just kind of be a bit physical, thinking about up, down, front and back. The image that we use to help us comprehend the sagittal plane is that of a wheel. So a wheel cutting through the center of the body. Perhaps let's move this wheel forwards. So if we were to move the body on the sagittal plane in all these 4 directions, we could move up and forwards, down and forwards, back and low, back and high. So it's a circular wheel-like motion. So just have a play, maybe shifting your base, maybe shifting your spine, maybe shifting your arms on this wheel plane. 4 directions, front, back, up, down, splitting the body right and left. That is your sagittal plane. We're going to move on to the horizontal plane. So now you will see a line cut me into upper and lower, so around my navel area. Yes. If I was to move my spine on the horizontal line, I would twist, rotate the spine. So let's just take that a few times. The 4 directions of the horizontal line are side to side. So let's just have a little play, reaching, maybe shifting your base if that's useful, maybe shifting your ribs, your head, your fingertips, side to side, and then front and back, which you've already done. Front and back, front and back, front and back, side to side. And the image that I like to use for horizontal is that of a table. So I'm going to imagine that I'm kind of in the middle of a table, and then I'm going to wipe my arms on that table, which takes me into a rotation, and also using all of those directions, front, back, side, side. I can use my knees like this, my chest. So explore that table plane. Yeah? It can be higher up, lower down. So far we have the sagittal wheel, the horizontal table, and now we're going to think about the vertical. In order for you to get a sense of how it splits my body, I'm going to turn to profile, and then you will see a line cut me in two, front to back. So my face and front body being on one half, and the back of my skull and back body being on the other half. I'll have to turn back to the front to then explore the rest of this material with you, but keep a sense of that front and back split. If I was to move my spine on the vertical plane, I would tilt or side flexion with my spine. So let's just take a few tilts. You can also tilt the pelvis up. It doesn't always have to be just the upper spine. Tilting down. So the directions of vertical are up and down, which we've explored a bit already, if I can get my leg up. And then side to side, which again, we've kind of explored, but just refined. Yeah, have a little play. Maybe shift your base, think about a little bit more of the mid points of the body and how they can move in these directions, up, down, side to side. So we have sagittal, the wheel, horizontal, the table, vertical is going to be the door. Yeah, so like I'm standing and I am the door, I kind of picture that I am the door, and how I can lift my arms to the side and up and down, and my legs, almost like I'm making an upright snow angel. Yeah? Wiping the door. I have a sense that I kind of am this object, this door. Yeah? Upright snow angel. You could go the other way. Like you're cleaning the door. Yeah? Can your ribs do the snow angel? Great. So we've got the wheel, we've got the table, and we've got the door. So we are now going to try and build a little sequence, and we're also going to try out some images and ideas around air. So one that Tom uses, which I think is beautiful, is that idea of kind of being so streamlined that you move very quickly through air, like a bird diving when it closes its wings up and goes, cuts through the air. So we are going to cut down and forwards in the sagittal plane. And you can make whatever shape or whatever movement you want, but you have to feel like you're cutting through air. So I'm just going to take my version. What am I going to do? Try it a couple of times, find what yours is. Down and forwards. And then we're going to move up and back with a sense of being lifted by the air, like that of a parachute. So I'm going to just explore what mine is. So we go down and forwards, like we're plummeting, and then up and back, like we're kind of floating, being elevated. Take that again. And then I'm going to take another dive or cut through the air, low and forwards again. And then I'm going to be a bit more on the spot as I float up. And the last time I float up, I'm just thinking of my spine on the sagittal plane. So I'm not moving my base, but you can also shift back. Let me think about what I'm doing. So we're going down and forwards like we're cutting through the air. Then we're floating up and back, down and forwards, cutting through the air, and then floating up and lifting the spine. Yeah? I might change a little bit my footwork. I'm going to have a little play. Take a couple of seconds to figure out what you're doing. You might hear that I'm breathing as well. We are now going to work with the horizontal plane, and we are going to use our breath. We're going to use our breath to fill and empty our body. So we're going to use an exhale to empty our body as we twist and wipe the table. And then we're going to inhale and fill our body with air to bring ourselves back. And then exhale, and we're going to twist the other way as we wipe the table and empty our body of air. And then again, inhale to bring ourselves back. Yeah, maybe you might find a more innovative version than I have. Let's take it from the top. So, we plummet down and forwards. Float up and back. Plummet down and forwards again. Float up in the spine. Exhale, empty. Inhale, full. One more time, other direction. We're then just going to settle into a very neutral position. And then we do 3 quick movements on the vertical, like we're flapping through the air, like you're almost trying to get a sense of the temperature and movement of the air. If you were trying to fluff your face with air, you know, that kind of wafting feeling. I love the term waft, so we're going to waft the air with our body on the vertical. And mine looks very much like a sort of bird that can't fly. But it's quite fun, and I have a sense of kind of air moving on my skin. Yeah, and we do 3 quick. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do my arms, both of them, like I'm flapping. So think of that snow angel on the vertical. Maybe I try my leg. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then maybe I even jump. Oh yeah, my legs out, my elbows out. So my 3 wafts are arms, leg, jump, all on the vertical. So that's the whole sequence. Let's try it once without music, and then we'll try it a couple of times to music. So it's quite steady, the tempo. It's going to go down, up, down, up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, settle, waft, 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 and then reset. Hopefully that's clear. I find this makes me a little bit giddy. It's been quite a lot of fun. So let's put on the music and we'll give it a couple of goes. Can you hear the pause? So you're going to dive, float, dive, float, empty the air, fill with air, empty the air, fill with air, settle, waft, 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 and reset to go again. Yeah? I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to do it. Ready, and... One more time, and... Okay, nice. Hopefully you found something interesting in all of this that we've done. It's quite a complex little session with lots of layers and ideas. So thank you for joining me, and then like, share, subscribe, and come back, and I'll see you again soon.
Home Practice, Stopgap Dance Company.